So let's just check who's with us here in the audience. So if you're a film or documentary producer, please raise your hand. Okay, if you're a musician, please raise your hand. Okay, and if you're an active YouTube partner, please raise your hand. Wow, that's quite a lot. Okay, so let's do a round of introduction first. Wania, do you want to tell us a few sentences about yourself, and then we'll see your favorite video?
My name is Wania Hayman. I'm a student at the Bezalel Academy of Arts and Design in the Visual Communication department. I started posting my videos, my work for school just a few months ago, and somehow it went viral, but in Israeli scale viral. It's not a global scale viral. It's like a few hundred views, like 2 million for all the videos, which is nothing in the global meaning. And I don't know, my life kind of changed in my career path. I mean, it's overwhelming, but it has a lot of power, the social networks and YouTube combined together.
Good morning, everyone.
I really love my family.
Oh my God!
I love football.
Do you both promise to love and treasure each other?
We do.
I'm afraid of losing this place.
So Wania, do you want to tell us why you like this video?
Yeah, it's not finished, but I didn't choose this. I chose the entire movie, but I can put it's impossible to put the entire movie, but so I just choose the trailer because it's a new kind of thinking, which the people have the power to create and to spread it like worldwide and without boundaries, and it's a really good mosaic of people from all around the world creating something together, and it's a good movie. So and it's very new. It's a new genre. It's a new way of making films, and it's exciting. It's emotional. It works. So and YouTube did it. So good for them.
Okay, cool. So Tal, you want to tell us a few sentences about yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Tal Sela. I manage YouTube's partnerships in Israel, Greece, and Sub-Saharan Africa, which is kind of like the southern part of Africa. And similar to Kevin, I'm pretty lucky that I get to see a lot of pretty exciting videos traveling the world. You wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that they produce in Africa. Well, you will after you see a little bit of it. And my main role in Israel is working with our premium partners. It's the largest category of partners, the big broadcasters, record labels, sports teams, and help them grow their voice on YouTube, both domestically and also globally.
So
And,
those would be partners like?
So in Israel, those would be partners on the broadcast side would be like Reshet, our biggest partner in Israel on TV, and Dori Media, a fantastic production company. And Yes and Hot, and you name them. And on the music front, it's the top 10 labels. It could be, and music aggregators. So Unicell, Mobile One, NMC, Helicon. And then we also work with production companies, news organizations, and sports teams. Maccabi Tel Aviv is one of our partners, and I saw our representative here today as well. Should I talk about my favorite video?
Okay, so let's see your favorite video first.
I'll be short too. Okay. So what you just saw here was a mashup of a dance by Tofu Tofu, which is a dance group from Mozambique, nobody has ever heard of them until Beyonce saw their video on YouTube. And she decided she was on a mission because she wanted to learn that dance and incorporate it in her Girls Around the World video clip. And she sent a task mission to Mozambique, who for months and months were searching for these 3 kids. And eventually they found them, God knows where, and they flew them business class to LA. And 3 weeks later, not only these guys choreographed the video clip, they actually performed with her in the clip. So it just shows that even 3 unknown kids from Mozambique can actually make it big in this world, and YouTube was the platform that enabled this to happen.
Thank you. Adi?
Hi, everybody. So my name is Adi. I'm a media solution specialist, which for all of you basically means that I work on bringing advertisers and putting their ads on your videos. So a lot of you here are partners. So we're the ones responsible for that. For the bad part or the good part of it, you decide. And guess I'll show my favorite video.
It's good if you get the check, and it's not good if you're watching the video and you have to watch the commercial, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So if you get a check, you're happy.
We're all users, so
Yeah.
yeah, ads annoy me too, but
And we'll talk more about it later on, right? So let's see your video and
3 miles down the road is the Yalas River. Residents were forced to pay between $250 and $500 to cross, as transportation was restricted to either a heavy-duty vehicle or being lifted across.
Right now, nobody can cross it. It's only who can understand it. Cross it. Nobody can cross it. It's only fisherman and a fisherwoman. Trust me. Nobody can cross it. It's only who can manage the water. It's only something come over. Or if we around to help them. Nobody can swim. If you cannot swim, you cannot cross it. Nobody can cross it if we around to hit them over. Fisherman can cross it, and a fisherwoman cross it. Cannot swim? Trust me.
You're going to St. Thomas.
One. Nobody can cross it. It's only who understand it. Cross it. Nobody can cross it. It's only fisherman and a fisherwoman. Trust me. Nobody.
so why? Tell us.
so first off, I'm happy to see people in the audience doing like that. And that's exactly what I did the first time I saw this video. And actually, I like it because it makes me laugh. And that's a really big part of YouTube because, you know, I work a lot of hours, we sit in the office, but every now and then I want to take a break from my day. Just go into YouTube and watch a funny video, and it makes me happy and smiling. So.
Very nice.
Okay.
I came with my own.
Yeah.
Over here. I'm Kevin Allocca. As I mentioned before, I'm the trends manager at YouTube. I oversee community, social, that kind of stuff, as well as try to understand how and why things are popular on YouTube and on the web. This is not my favorite video. It's one of my favorite. I have a lot of favorite videos, I guess, because I watch a lot of stuff. But I think this one is a great story.
As you can see, I have removed the corn from the microwave with my old gloves, which work mighty nice. Now I'm going to lay this on the cutting board. Be sure to cut all of the husk. That's what it should look like when you have made the cut. Then grab the husk, the silks, give a shake. There it comes out, no silk whatsoever, no husk, simple.
So, I know that's kind of random, especially after those other videos. So, yeah. So, all right. So that video, right, is a video that's created by this guy, Ken Craig. I like videos, right? But I also love the data behind videos. I think that sometimes the story behind the video, if you look at the numbers, is actually really, really interesting. And this one is very, very interesting. So his name's Ken Craig. He's 85 years old. He's retired. He has this special trick for getting the corn out without getting all the silk on the corn. And his daughter-in-law said, "You should post it. We should make a video of you, and we'll post it online. It's a good trick." So he said, "Okay." He's like, "I was hoping I'd get 50 views on it. It has 6.5 million views on YouTube." And the reason that I think it's really, really interesting is that it actually went viral with people who are over 55 years old. And if you look at the referral traffic, it's from Yahoo Mail, AOL Mail, and and I guess because I always think about viral videos and those things as being like things that kids watch, that young people watch, that we watch even. But our parents are also watching YouTube clips all the time. My mom's always watching YouTube, and there are a lot of reasons why a video like this is really useful to a lot of people. So that's my video.
Cool. Thank you for stopping it before we all start crying, right? So this is Maria Aragon. She's 10 years old from Winnipeg, Canada. And she actually, after posting this video, she got to meet Lady Gaga. And you should see this girl like crying when she meets Lady Gaga. And a week after, she gets to perform with Lady Gaga live on stage. And it changed her life ever since. She's very popular now. She's actually been in Israel for an event that we organized. There's Liat and myself. We got to spend some time with her, and she's a real star. And you see it coming through the video, and maybe that's another thing that YouTube can get your talent out there. So from this funny part to the serious part, right? Because you guys submitted many questions. I think the first question is what it was asked a lot, is how the hell can we make money out of YouTube? So I think that the best way to start would be actually with you, Tal. Can you tell us about how can you become a partner so you can then later on make money out of YouTube?
I always get the hard questions. So since most people here are indeed partners, I will just give you a refresher of the definition of a YouTube partner, which is anyone who has a channel on YouTube and makes money by ads appearing next to their content. That's a partner. And becoming a partner is very simple. All you have to do is have a channel on YouTube, have videos on YouTube, and opt into being a partner and allowing ads to run next to your content. You can see more information on this at youtube.com/partners. Pretty easy. And then just to kind of, since I'm the partnership guy, I'll talk to you about how partnerships in YouTube work a little bit and kind of the main classifications we have, which is we have the larger, the premium partners, the ones I am in touch with day in, day out. These are the large broadcasters, record labels, film studios, production companies, sports teams. And then we have the online partners, which are, we have one sitting right by my side here. And we have a lot more in the audience today. Kutiman is one of those examples that Kevin just described to us. These are smaller content creators, but they have a great voice and they have a lot to say. And Kevin is going to elaborate on them a little bit further. I'll just say a couple of words about the larger partners, the premium partners. And those usually are very big, and there aren't that many of them in Israel. We have a couple of probably 20. And the two main categories where we see the largest amounts of success on YouTube in Israel are in music and in broadcast TV, where you think about the music industry, which was seeing a decline in revenues from CD sales, from hard sales, and seeing how this industry started picking up actually by really leveraging digital media and finding new ways to distribute their media, and we have labels and music aggregators in Israel, such as Unicell and Mobile One and NMC and Helicon, which are the top 4 partners in Israel, and they have found really creative ways building online campaigns using social media, whether it's Google Plus or Facebook and Twitter, and really driving traffic to their YouTube channels, because it's having the content there is great, but finding ways in other platforms to drive traffic there, that's sophisticated. The second vertical where we see a lot of noise coming out from YouTube in Israel is the broadcast. YouTube will be discussed a little bit later. The website is changed, and there's a program guide now and a lot of great stuff going on, and it really allowed broadcasters to acquire subscriber bases in Israel and around the world, and we've seen some of our Israeli partners doing pretty cool stuff. When you think about Reshet, for an example, with their show The Voice, the #1 rated show on TV, also became the #1 YouTube channel in Israel. And a lot of it was because of cross-promotional marketing efforts. Let's move people from TV to YouTube and from YouTube back to TV, and we're going to tweet about it. And they're going to do a lot of crazy things that end up leading to success. So we are very proud to see that The Voice was our #1 channel so far in 2012, and we look forward to working with more partners and seeing more of these success stories, both in TV and in music, and hopefully in sports and in other areas of creative content.
So that relates mostly for the big guys, right? So, which is your expertise. Kevin, do you want to tell us a little bit more about the smaller guys? And when we say small, it can be small production companies or most of the guys, that sit here in the audience.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess I think about it in 2 ways, right? A lot of people think that there are some people, mostly not people in this room, people think that they're going to post some video, it's going to go crazy viral, and they're going to hit the lottery, and they're going to, that'll happen, right? But that's not really how it works, right? I think there are 2 ways that this works, right? One is people who produce regular content on YouTube, right? There are a lot of stories of big, partners in the U.S. and different countries in Japan who have who just post content every week. They build up a subscriber base, and it's not necessarily a viral thing, right? Where things are spreading via social. Although that is an important part of it, is the spread of things. Instead, it's hey, I have a built-in audience now, because as you get those subscribers, these people see your videos every time you post them.
But how do you get them to subscribe to your channel?
Well, I mean, I think later today you'll find some of the very specifics about how, what are the best tactics for building subscribers. But good regular content is the way that you build subscribers, and going after an audience, just like it's always been done in the world of entertainment. And so I think there's that part, right, which is these people producing regular content. It's building up an audience. And then there's the other piece, right, which is some of the stories that we talked about here. These are the people who put their portfolio online, who get themselves known because they have such great raw creative talent. And so they'll get a record deal out of it, or they'll build up a following and be able to have concerts where people are paying money for their concerts or merchandise, or there's a lot of the filmmakers that we discussed who got film deals and things like that out of their the things that they've been posting online. So there's the part where you're building up I hate the phrase personal brand or something, because I think it's like so anti-creative, but I think that there is a sense of like building up your personal stock as an artist. There's that piece that works really well and can have financial benefits that may not be directly tied to the YouTube platform, but are secondary tied. And then there's the piece where you have this regular audience that gets built.
Great. So before we get to Vanya and hear your personal story, I just want to complete the how do you make money out of YouTube question. And there's a lot about the ads, the advertising system mechanism that we have on the platform. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Adi? How does it work? How do people actually get the money?
Okay, so a lot of you here said that you're partners. So some of you already know this, but basically, once you become a partner, you go to your channel and then you enable ads. And you can decide what types of ads you want to be shown on your videos. And we have a couple of types of ads. So we have pre-roll ads, which are ads that I'm sure as users you see them a lot. They're a small part of video, an ad that runs before your video. I'm really happy, and I'm sure that you know that we have a new, more innovative format of pre-rolls, which allows the users to actually skip the pre-roll ad, which means that if a user is very anxious and they want to get to your content, so we allow them to do that. So after 5 minutes, they can skip the pre-roll and get to your hours. Yeah, yeah, that'd be a long time. Sorry, 5 seconds.
We're gonna make more money if it's gonna be 5 minutes.
Five
it's not
seconds,
the right thing.
definitely. But I was just checking to see if you're listening. So very good. So these are pre-rolls, but you also have display ads, which are banners that can be displayed right beside your videos or even on top of your videos, which are called in-video overlays. So all of these are types of ads. You want to add something? Okay.
Okay. So we know basically that, you know, in order to get money, we need to enable ads and everything. But some people like Vanya, you don't really get a very fat paycheck from YouTube at the end of the month.
First of all, I don't make much money. Second of all, I'm not a good YouTuber. I'm not a partner at all. I'm not a good YouTuber. I'm not good in reading the small letters, and I just post videos. Also, people ask me how to make stuff viral, and I don't have an answer. Just, I don't know, go to the toilet, don't wash your hand, and you'll get something viral. I mean,
but you still made YouTube a platform that allowed you to succeed, right?
I use it as a portfolio, and I mean, that's it. I don't make money out of videos, but I do get a lot of job offers from the videos I posted. It's not, I don't know, I'm not dealing well with interfaces and YouTube and on Facebook. It's just, it's friends. If you put stuff on, you post it on YouTube and you put it on Facebook, and your friends are really into it and putting it on their Facebook pages, so that could go viral. But me alone, I'm not good at it. I'm not doing the marketing stuff well. Not good at all. I mean, I'm not good in speaking also in front of people or speaking in English or promoting myself. I concentrate on the work, and I hope that will work on its own.
So you do it very well. You do very well not doing anything and succeeding big time, right? Like producing an ad for Pepsi.
I didn't answer the question.
No, so I'm saying you're doing it very well, not doing much, and succeeding very...
Doing well,
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I think it's also...
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
let's move to the next question.
I think it is funny, though, that it was funny, when you started, you said, like, oh, it wasn't that popular. I got 2 million views. You know, like, I know that in the world of YouTube, that seems like not a lot, but like in the world before we had YouTube, something being seen 2 million times was a lot of times. Like that is a lot of views on something. You know?
It's almost like 80% rating on TV, like 2 million in Israel, right? 2.3 million households. So Kevin, if you raise your voice, we can actually pinpoint to you. There were stories about YouTube going around Hollywood and giving money to content and content producers and producers, very famous celebrities, to produce for YouTube. What is it all about, and is it going to go beyond the US?
Yeah, so it's not, I wouldn't say they're producing for YouTube, the company, right? We're a platform, and I think the idea is like all of us, we want more channels, right? We want more channels on YouTube, and we want people watching more video on YouTube for a longer amount of time, and then naturally you want to have more advertisers who are advertising on that content. And I think everybody recognizes that's good for. It's good for audiences because it's more good stuff on the site. It's good for the industry because we're starting to make more money for people potentially. It's sort of a long-term view on things, and then it's good for partners because if you think about what it took in the past to be able to have something like a TV show, you had to have an incredible amount of access. You had to be very, very lucky, and there's a lot of people who have a lot of great talent who don't have that kind of access to mainstream media but can have that kind of an audience on the web. And so, yeah, we, like YouTube as a company, is trying to kickstart that. And so we've reached out to some of the like very popular producers, like the guy who created CSI, for example, celebrities, Jay-Z, Shaq, and then also people who are very, very successful on YouTube. And if you haven't seen it, there's a new channel that's launching called Yam Yam F that they just put out the trailer. It's like a lot of the Asian American filmmakers and YouTube stars. Justin Lin, I think, Jeremy Lin, the guy who did Fast and Furious, one of those movies. He's one of the people on it, and then like Ryan Higa and a few other popular people on YouTube. So they've been trying to kickstart it with an advance on advertising revenue to get that going, and it's something we'll see as a whole industry of web video, what happens next, and where it goes next.
So it's basically just US initiative.
It's English speaking because the content's available globally, but a lot of the creators are based in the United States, in Los Angeles, because that's where a lot of the most talented people had this started. So that's where it's beginning, and then who knows where it will go from here.
Great. So Adi, we saw a lot of changes on the UI, on the YouTube user interface and the design. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, and if it hints anything about the strategy and the direction that the product is taking?
So first, I want to ask you a question. Who noticed the change in the UI on YouTube? Okay. So
how many of you like it? Sorry. Who like it? Okay.
Okay.
Very controversial.
So the main thing we usually do, or we always do on YouTube, is think about the user. And we want our users to enjoy the best content and the content that they want, that is fitted to them. So whatever fits their taste and what they like. So the whole UI, the whole new design is meant to help users find that content. So on the new homepage, as you can see, it's not new anymore. It was launched in December, actually. But on the new homepage, you can see your guide. So you have like your own TV guide, basically, where you can find the channels that you like and mark them. And then whenever a new video comes up by a user that you like their videos, you can see that video on your YouTube homepage. So you make your YouTube page personal for you as creators, and I think this is where we're going to see things going in the future, and you can see it in the new channel design as well. For creators, this is a very big focus on the channel. So get users to subscribe to your channel, get users to see the channel, get them to put your channel on their guide, and then they'll rediscover your content every time. So it's basically something that's supposed to work very well with you, and I'm really hoping that you will get to kind of interact with it and enjoy it.
So basically the thinking was users and then partners. And you're going to tell us more about it in the next session, right? On how to build your community. And to the last question from me, and then we're going to open it up for questions there. And this is actually for Tal and Kevin. If you have anything to add, you can add. So the people in the audience work a lot on creating their content. They send TV crews, to shoot films, and they work days and nights on the music. And there's a lot of concern about uploading your content up there to the web, and how are we gonna keep their copyrights and their content safe?
Yeah, that's one I actually hear. That's a question I get a lot. And at YouTube, we do take rights management very seriously. And one of the first pieces of technology, one of the key pieces of technology that we developed is called Content ID, which allows content owners to upload their videos to YouTube, where we take them, we scan 100 years worth of video a day. Is that the number? Yeah. And we find matches between your content that you own the rights to and user-generated content. So let's say, for example, you're a record label, or you're a singer and you have a song, and you upload your song onto YouTube. It's always good to know if other users always also uploaded your entire clip, or maybe they just used a piece of your music for their vacation with their family abroad over the weekend. And what Content ID does, it gives the content owner the power to decide what to do with all this user-generated content uploaded, including content that you have the rights for. Very briefly, you can either decide to put ads against it and make some money, or you can track it and get some nice analytical data, or you can block it altogether. So if you just uploaded a new video of yours and somebody just uploaded it 10 minutes later, you can just take it down. And we do hope to see more and more use of this, both in terms of monetization, because there's a big upside for content owners if they use this properly, and also to keep the content owners happy that we're making sure to take good care of their rights.
Okay, so that explains some of the, you know, someone uploads a video on YouTube and then it's been taken down, right? So that's basically the content owner just doesn't want it to be up there.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we don't have much time left, and we do want to open up the stage for questions from you guys. So we have a microphone around, right? Anyone has a question to the panel? Right there. One second, the microphone is just, you can ask in Hebrew or English, and we're gonna make sure to translate it for Kevin.
I appreciate that.
Regarding what you just said about the content, is there a way to know in advance which songs are protected and which are not? So when someone creates a video, he will know the content. He will know to choose the right songs that won't be blocked, at least in certain medias, because some videos are blocked, for example, on iPhone, and are not blocked on PCs and desktops.
So that's an excellent question, and that's one of the changes coming to YouTube. Very soon, when you will search for a video on YouTube, you will find it on every device. So if it's on your PC, it'll be on your mobile phone, and it'll be on your Xbox, and anywhere. We're looking to make a more consistent experience across YouTube. So to that part of the question is very soon, that'll be literally within the next few months. This will be ancient past. The rule of thumb on copyrights, especially when it comes to music, is if somebody produced a song and it's on YouTube, in most cases, over 90% of music is already captured in Content ID. And then the only question is, what will the rights owner decide to do with your video? Will they decide to monetize, track, or block it?
They're gonna do some declare in advance that they're gonna block the whole video, or that they're going to put ads on your video. So
could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Does some content owners declare in advance that if you use their content, you will be blocked, or that they will put ads on your video? Because I don't mind ads on my video, but I do mind it being blocked. So
some content owners declare to us that they want to monetize everything they can. I don't know of content owners that tell you in advance, we're going to block everything. It really usually varies. You upload a new video clip, you want to get the views, you don't want another video clip uploaded immediately. As you see, sometimes after a certain amount of time, the strategies change, and it really varies. In video, we find that it's less sensitive than it is with music, so it really varies by content owner and by genre.
So would it be right to say that the preferable situation is that you ask the partner or the content owner up front, and is there a mechanism, I guess, that you can just go to their channel and write to them?
So yeah, you can always go to any content owner outside of YouTube and ask to buy the rights for any piece of music or video, like is generally done in the world. And you see a lot of local distribution arms, like the local labels, get rights from the majors for some of their music locally. It's not something that can be done through the YouTube system, though.
You can't message people through YouTube, though, on the channel. Like, there are, depending on, obviously, like, getting a hold of Lady Gaga via her YouTube channel is going to be harder than, just a pianist in Norway that you really like. But, if you go to the channel page of any YouTube user, you can send them a message, and that's one way to do it.
Okay, next question. We saw, where's the microphone? Can we just take it to...
Can one Google AdSense account have a few channels in it? I mean, it says it, yeah?
Yes, it can have several channels.
If I open my second channel, I just use it.
As long as you're a partner and you have a content management system, you can add more channels to your CMS account.
What is the content?
Let's take it offline after.
Okay, so
I'm going to be around.
Thanks.
I think actually it's a good question, and actually I got a similar question on email the other day, and what I did, I Googled the question, and I found out that you can create a content management system and that you can actually just say, I'm this AdSense partner and I can add more channels. So it's possible. And the thumb of rule is just Google it first, and usually the help center is pretty helpful. I know that I'm like the local שירות לקוחות, and people email me constantly, and for 95% of the questions, I don't really know the answer, but I Google it and I find a leak pretty soon, so then I send it to the partners. I see some nodding heads over there, right? Ruth? Okay, next question, yes.
Yes. I'm reading your creator's blog all the time, and I see the On the Rise program. And I wanted to ask you, how do you choose creators to be on the program, on the Rise program? I couldn't find details about it on the internet.
I'm actually not entirely sure. I know that program, but I actually don't know. I wish I had a better answer on that. But I'm not sure how they do that.
So I think that the creators, the featured ones, are part of the US program. It hasn't arrived outside the US yet. So there are plans to bring this program to outside the US, EMEA, the UK, France, Germany, and Israel is also on the roadmap, and hopefully you will hear from us soon. Yeah.
I have two questions. I would like to ask about the view games of YouTube. How can YouTube track views? For example, you have an Israeli singer that you have like about 4 million views, which is obviously doesn't, it seems to me it's not real views. So how YouTube can actually track maybe fake views? And the other question is, how come that the trends and the trending in YouTube doesn't work so accurately in Israel?
Yeah, I'll take both of those. So we actually have a very, very deep system for verifying views. How many people here have seen a video that seemed really popular but only had 300 views on the thing? Right? It's like a common question that I get. It's like, that video has 10,000 likes but 300 views. How is that even possible? And the answer is that we actually have a system that caches views and then verifies that they're accurate. So the first time, it happens all the time, constantly throughout. And so, when a video goes from like a million views to 1.2 million views, you don't really notice it as much because the numbers just become these like large things and they're hard to comprehend. But the first time it happens is at 300 and it's very noticeable at that point. So this is happening all the time to verify those views. And to the question on trends, so it's another thing that was started in the U.S. and because it's like something that I do. It's right now it's just a U.S. thing. We've talked about what'll happen next with it, but there is a system, a dashboard that we have that you can actually see what the most popular videos are in a lot of the cities in the U.S., but also any country that YouTube is launched in. It's really pretty cool. All the time I check. There's like Russia, Czech Republic, I check Israel, Kenya. There's like a bunch of countries that I check like every other day because there's usually something really cool that I've never seen before. And I think for people that are into different kinds of entertainment and understanding creativity, you can find some really, really cool stuff in there. But the part of it's algorithmic and all that stuff is for all different locations, but then part of it is sort of blog and curated, which is in English only right now.
So how can we find this dashboard?
If you go to youtube.com/trends dashboard, you can find that.
You've written it down, guys? Cool. Next question.
אפשר בעברית, כי זה קצת ארוך. הרי ככה, אם אני אמריקאי, אז בעצם אני חשוף לתכנים שנגיד הכתובת ה-IP של ארצות הברית מספקת, ואז אני יותר אראה תכנים אמריקאים, ואם אני נגיד ישראלי, אז אני יותר אראה עומר אדם ואייל גולן, ולכן זה מביא אותי לשאלה הבאה. עד כמה אנחנו בתור ישראלים יכולים להגיע למספר של איזה 50, 60 ו-100 מיליון צפיות, כמו ג'סטין ביבר, כשאנחנו כמו סוג של כפר מאוד מאוד קטן, שאנחנו לא באמת קשורים למחוזות מאוד מאוד גדולים, כמו ארצות הברית, 300 מיליון אנשים מחוברים לכאלה וכאלה כתובות. זו השאלה.
Okay, you want to take it?
So this question was basically...
I heard hello and Justin Bieber.
He asked, how can he look like Justin Bieber? The question was basically, how do you make it big? You know, we're a small country, Hebrew-speaking country, and we have a localized version of YouTube which kind of directs us to local content. How do we create videos that can have tens and hundreds of millions of views?
Yeah. So I think something that creative people and people who work in entertainment have never had to do before is think globally, right? This is a thing that it's an opportunity that we now have of something that we can do. Because in the past, it was if you had a TV show, you were on the network that was in X country, and then to be able to get that TV show in another country was very difficult. There had to be a lot of deals signed. Now all of that doesn't exist. And so there are a lot of examples of people who are able to transcend that because they create content that is globally appealing, right? And so, I mean, basic thing, there are only so many people in the world who speak and type in Hebrew, right? So like if the video that you posted, all the description and title and everything is in Hebrew, now you've reduced the potential audience for that quite a bit, right? Because people can't search for it, etc. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to do all their stuff in English, and I don't think it's a great idea that we all are constantly trying to make stuff that everybody in the world will appreciate, because that's not a very good thing for creativity or for art. But I do think that if you're trying to reach a global audience, having that perspective and understanding things like using subtitles correctly, it's not your content can be in Hebrew, but if you subtitle it in English, you have access now to this huge audience, and it doesn't even cost that much or that much time to create subtitles. You can do it yourself and upload them to YouTube with your video. You can do it in as many languages as you want. And you've all of a sudden, we see it all the time when we make videos for different things at YouTube. We take the time to try to get it translated to all different languages, and you can see when you look at a video that's posted only in English and then a video that I've had translated into 10 languages, there's way more views on this because it can be found, it can be understood and discovered. So, having the ability to having that understanding of appealing to a global audience and not tying yourself to things like language will allow you, or geography, or even culture. There are certain things that they're jokes you get in Tel Aviv that no one else in Israel might get, right? And so you're just making that inaccessible. And that's fine if your goal is, hey, I want to get everybody in Tel Aviv to watch my YouTube channel. And that's a fine goal to have. That's an incredible thing that nobody was able to do before if you didn't have a TV network or an antenna. But if you want to reach a global audience, you have to, I think about those things.
Okay, so we'll have to stop now, but we're not running away. All of us are going to be here during the break, and after the sessions, we're going to have the cocktail with you together. So just grab one of us if you have more questions. So I want to thank you all for sending your questions and coming here. So thank you. And I want to thank the panel for taking the time and preparing. Thank you very much.